Hi everyone, welcome to Sunny Spiritually. So this is going to be a general collective reading for all signs. So if the title drew you in, there's a message in here somewhere for you. Information on personal readings will be in the description box below. I do have my manifestation oils for sale. The link for that will be in the description below. All of them work because I drown myself in it all the time. So I used to have like issues with attracting people that were just wishy-washy, inconsistent. They had ulterior motives. Ever since I made my love attraction oil, this not only helps with self-love, but it attracts genuine and platonic and romantic relationships. All you need is 2 drops. These are made with crystals, essential oils. I put 24 karat gold in each vial, and I charge them within the full moon and the lunar eclipse that passed. I think that was in October. I don't know. My sense of time is so warped. I don't even know what days are which. Every day is a weekend for me. So yeah, I'm going to put some of my money oil and my spiritual DNA oil because these do help enhance my reading and I can make something out of this. So I went on a trip. I kind of overspent a bit on that trip. So I started to put on my money oil because I'm like, man, let me just go ahead and use the tools available to me. I kid you not. I made everything that I spent on that trip within like 2 days and I didn't even have to do anything. So go ahead and check that out. Don't miss out on these blessings, on these tools. So let's see. What do you guys need to know around this time? The Moon card. 10 of Wands. Ace of Cups. Judgment in reverse. 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Swords in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles. The Tower in reverse. Okay, here's what I'm seeing. You let go of someone or you let go of a group of people. This could be up to 7 people that you just let go of abruptly. You may not have even given them an explanation. It doesn't even seem like they deserve an explanation because with the Queen of Pentacles, you're somebody who likes to nurture things, whether it's people, situations, a career, a hobby or project, nurture your home, yourself, or your children. And you're the type of person where you're not the type to like just abandon people and let them go unless they're truly deserving of it or unless you're forced to do so. Because in the past, you had people that were being secretive towards you, a family that was keeping secrets from you, a lover that had other partners, other situationships behind your back, friends that were, you know, secretly speaking ill about you behind your back. This is just hidden. The moon is all about hidden things, sometimes even the subconscious or your intuition. Your intuition kept going off while you were surrounded by these people, but because you may not have had physical proof, you didn't quite know who it was that was like the culprit. So you kind of just had to wait it out until this information came to light. While you were waiting, you were constantly carrying so many burdens on your back. So these people that you were around, they knew that you were very strong, you're very resilient, that you're very helpful, and they used your heart and your ability to help others against you. This may have been people that taught you boundaries, they taught you how to stand up for yourself, they taught you what self-worth, self-esteem, and self-value is by making you feel unworthy, less than. These people put all of their burdens on your back and they watched you as you had to take on other people's problems that were not even your own. You could have been going through struggles in the past. You know, life is not up all the time. You have to go through constant ups and downs. And these people, instead of like assisting you when you needed help, they just kind of watched you, maybe even laughed behind your back and added more to your plate, knowing that you were already going through things. This was a part of your spiritual journey. The Ace of Cups is someone who loves themselves, self-care, self-love, self-admiration. It's also like the energy of your spirituality. All the essence of you comes out of this cup. And how it was supposed to be was you're supposed to feed yourself, and whatever's falling off excess on the sides, that's what you give to other people who are deserving of it. Except in the past, you may have had like some sort of people pleaser habits that you had to overcome, and now you're back to feeding energy and time into yourself. I also feel like moon phases are significant to you. So if you have certain fluctuations in your emotions throughout the month, you may need to like track the moon cycles and where it's at, because I'm someone who has heavy water in my chart. And we all know the moon affects the tide. So you can only imagine what it is that it's going to do to your body. That's 97% water. So sometimes the mood fluctuations that you go through, it's not even depression. It's like actual moon phases. So I don't know who that's for. With Judgment in reverse, in the past, you were kind of deciding not to make a decision about certain things. It's like instead of cutting things cold turkey. You kind of wanted to wait it out, or essentially just let the situations dissolve on its own. And these could have been other people that were misjudging you or refusing to see you for who you are and your true value. I feel like you're someone who has invested a lot into different aspects in your life. People, your job, your house, yourself, and you're waiting to reap the benefits of these situations. But I feel like your blessings have not quite come in yet, because you still have past people that are going to spin the block back to you. And some of you are going to end up falling for that trap and essentially taking people back that are not worthy of your time and effort. So we have to go through this last phase, which is going to be around Christmas time. All the abusers and the narcs and the people that benefited from having you in their life, they're going to have to do one last hoorah to see if they can get you back into their life somehow. If this is a lover, this lover is going to come back and basically put the most amount of pressure that they've ever put on you, especially if they know you have others, if they know you're dating, you're single, you're open to other people. They're going to try to come in and give that one last attempt to see whether you will return. And they're going to come with the full artillery this time. You have not seen what these past people are capable of, because they can see that ever since you left them behind, you're constantly growing. Your business is growing. You're growing as a person. You're glowing externally as well, because it's a reflection of the work that you've been doing internally. And this work could only have been done if these people were far away from you. So even though you may have been rejected in some way, rejection is redirection, and rejection can also be a blessing. And the blessing was that you no longer had to carry the burdens on your back that these people, a specific person, a partner, was leaving on your plate. Because I feel like people were being deceitful, lying, deceptive, trickery, underhanded behavior, talking mess behind your back, conspiring against you, even teaming up with people to take things from you. And they were very sly as they were doing this, smiling, laughing, hee hee ha ha. Everything was funny when you were down and you were struggling and you had to basically rebuild yourself after getting displaced, whether it's physically displaced or just spiritually as well, because of the type of abuse that you were going through, the type of manipulation, the psychological manipulation that you were under. It may have even been a group of people that were trying to make things seem like what it wasn't. And your intuition kept trying to tell you like, hey, these people are lying to you. They're being deceptive. Everything that you're in right now is a lie. But if you can't physically see that, and you haven't learned how to use your intuition, which was the lesson that these people taught you, then you're just going to be confused. You're not going to know what's wrong. You're going to have anxiety. Your body's going to give you signs that, you know, you're stressed out, or that you're internalizing the stress that you're going through. And you had to wait physically to see that proof so that you can be sure that leaving these people behind was the right thing to do. So let's take a look and see what else do you need to know. Because you avoided some sort of tower. You avoided a disaster. Whatever you feel like you went through, it could have been 10, 20 times worse. I'm telling you, you have no idea what plans these people had in store for you. With the Four of Pentacles, you had to learn how to hold back. Hold back your time, hold back your efforts. Some of you were so naive and like way too open and vulnerable with people. And you had to encounter individuals that are evil and have evil intentions for people to really learn. Like, I just can't be giving me to people knowing that, you know, it can come at my expense. So some of you were even taking on other people's karma simply because you were not willing to let go when it was the time to. The Four of Pentacles is also someone who may be even scared or skeptical. So now you have a certain level of skepticism for people, but this is actually going to be beneficial for you, because you not only have you gained discernment, but you're not going to be quick to let anybody in your circle or let someone in your heart. And you're going to give people time to prove themselves. You may have been the type of person that just gave blind trust to people, and you have now learned that trust is something that has to be earned. It can't just be outright given. Two of Swords in reverse. So any type of indecision that you were under in the past, you've overcome that. I also feel like there was a third party. So let's say you were dealing with a man or a female and they had another lover outside of you. This person was there all along the entire freaking relationship. They may not have been there in a romantic sense. Maybe these two just stayed friends. But this woman or man conspired against you and your connection the entire time, and he or she is going to be facing their own phase of karma. I feel like the next 2 years for this Queen of Wands is going to be extremely gruesome. They're going to have to deal with God directly. They're going to attract abusive, conniving, underhanded, meticulous type of people. Just as calculated as this third party was, with getting into your person's mind and making the relationship, like chipping at the connection slowly but surely. That's what this person was doing. It's like they intently planned to ruin your relationship and your connection, and they got away with it. But what this person didn't realize is that they were actually doing you a favor, because whoever you were with in the past, that person was karmic. They were only there to teach you a certain lesson. Yes, the connection may have been intense. It may have been the most intense relationship that you have been in thus far, but there was too many highs and lows and too many ups and downs, and this was something that was here to teach you what it is that you wanted. Some of you didn't even know what you wanted. You would just put it out into the universe like, oh, I just want someone to be in a relationship with, to just have love. You didn't really have any standards or anything that would be, I mean, essentially, I can see some of you were just not willing to tolerate like cheating and lies and deception, but the in-betweens, there was nothing specific that you had in place until you met this person that you were connected to, who lied to you and deceived you, possibly even ran off with this third party. One thing I know they did for sure is they would take your energy, this ex or this partner that you were with, they would take your energy through sex, right? Siphon your whole life force. You feel drained, and out of it, all of a sudden, they go off to this third party, give your energy to this woman or this man, right? And then this woman or man would build off of your life force. So what you didn't understand is like with this energetic exchange with sex, the person that you were connected to, because they were cheating on you physically, they were essentially like not only affecting your health, but also using your life force to go and provide it to other people. Like that is like forbidden. You can't do certain things like that. Yes, you can get away with it for a certain amount of time, but when there's judgment in play, because in the past, judgment was in reverse. So it wasn't quite time yet for these people to have to face the music for what they had done. There were certain like things that had to play out after your betrayal. The universe had to wait until these people built what it is that they intended on building so that they can get the rug pulled right out from under them. And that's exactly what's happening. These people are about to have a rude awakening. I'm telling you, Christmas time, people are going to have rude awakenings. People are going to see for sure where their loyalties stand. People are going to be finding out that they're getting cheated on and lied to. People are going to be finding out that they're side pieces, that there's been interferences. And with the Three of Cups, yeah, celebration, Christmas. So during this celebration time coming up, there's going to be mad revelations. And right now, it's like the momentum is picking up and I can feel it. I've been having a hard time sleeping. The last like 5 days, I swear I've been staying up to like 5 a.m. and then I maybe get like 3-4 hours of sleep and do it all over again. And I don't know what energetically is going on, what type of shifts, but I do know that the momentum is picking up, and the last 3-4 weeks of 2022 are going to be chaotic. Not for you. You're going to be gaining a partnership, whether this is a true friend that you can trust, if this person may already be here, but you're now moving towards your soul family. You're now moving towards the people that are actually aligned for you, because you've already encountered those that are not. The people that made you feel like outsiders. They made you feel like you didn't belong. They spoke ill against you, conspired, teamed up on you. You know what those signs look like. And now the universe is trying to grace you with romantic and platonic connections that will serve you in the next cycle of your life. But some of you are too scared. And, you know, understandably so, because you encountered like real life demons. Some of you are too scared to open your heart or to even be vulnerable, or you're keeping people at arm's length until you can see that they're trustworthy, and that's completely fine. And I also feel like anyone who's worthy to be in your life, they're going to show you and put effort up front to let you know, like, I'm here to stay regardless of what issues we may have. I feel like the people that you're encountering, they're not going to be this kind where they just wound you. They hurt you over and over and over again. They take actions that lead to you being in heartbreak and disappointment and having to like muster up enough courage and strength to get back up again. With the Nine of Swords, you were under a lot of stress. I mean, like fight or flight mode in a consistent manner. Yeah, when people get scared, they get into fight or flight mode, right? But that energy goes down. But because of the fact that you were surrounded by so many snakes, and intuitively, your subconscious could pick up on it. So it would put you on fight or flight mode. And being in that energy for a long time, it can cause some form of like anxiety issues. It can also cause you to have sleep problems. So if that's something that you were struggling with in the past, all of these health problems are going to alleviate. What you don't know, or what you may not have understood, was that the stress that you were internalizing was affecting your health and your body and your soul and your spirit. And it wasn't until you got out of the situation that you were able to detox. Some of you are still in that phase where you're detoxing and healing, because there may have even been like magic that was being done on you. For a select few of you, if you've suspected that there was someone doing some sort of magic, putting you in jars, graveyard magic, there's a ton. There's a ton of different things that people can do out there. And if you've been suspecting that that's been happening, that was a factor as to what was keeping you down and why you could not manifest certain things regardless of how much effort you put in. And if you did have snakes around you, no, you're not going to get your blessings, because God isn't going to basically give you opportunities and blessings knowing that you have beggars and mooches and opportunists around you that are just going to drain you for everything that you got. At that point, like, what's the point of that, right? So with the 10 of Pentacles, now's the time for you to start saving and to start investing in yourself if you haven't done that already. The 10 of Pentacles is also about stability, long-term stability, 401ks. This is like life insurance policies, anything that's long-term. I feel like within this next 10 years, because you've already completed a cycle, you left these past people in the cycle where they left you in heartbreak and betrayal. So because you've now moved forward and elevated, they're now feeling all the emotions, all of the heartbreak, all of the pain, all of the betrayal that you felt, because that energy's got to go back somewhere. So it's going back to the source of the people that created it to you. So let's get another deck. That way we can get some additional messages for the collective. What you guys need to know. What does the collective need to know around this time? Yeah, you've awakened. You've released. You released certain things that were difficult to let go of. Certain people that were in your life, childhood friends, long-term lovers, family members that you thought, you know, you'd carry all the way to the end. But unfortunately, these people were hijacked in some way. Look at how many reversals I had. 3 people that are in reverse. I haven't pulled this type of energy in a spread in such a long time. And this is a new person that's coming in for you if they're not here already. This person's already here for me. The relationship hasn't quite formed yet. Like, it's still in the infancy stages. But I already know, like, oh, this person's a 1. So you're going to know when you meet the 1. Intuitively, you're just going to pick up on it, how they treat you. You're going to get downloads. So if you have been single for a long time, I feel like the divine has been trying to keep you single for about like 2 to 4 years, I would say, because that's about how long it's going to take for you to heal from the mess that these people left you in. You went through severe abuse, whether it was emotional, mental, and that's going to take a toll on you. So don't rush the healing process. Like, if you feel like you have certain days where you just want to lay down and do nothing and cry, that's fine. It's a form of purging. It's a form of you releasing things that you've been harboring within, because like I said, you internalized a lot of everything that was going on, and you may have even blamed yourself at some point, and the fault was not of you, because you're the only one that seems to have a right mind in this situation. And with the King of Cups, with everything that you've been through, it's like the divine feels like we need to send someone to the collective to help them heal. So even if you're not 100% healed, the person that's sent to you will have enough patience and love and softness for you that it will just essentially melt down your guard. It will melt down any like bruises that you may have left over. You're about to get someone who's very loving, very nurturing, very compassionate. If this is a masculine energy, he is balanced within his feminine and masculine energy. So this is someone who they don't fit society's like norms of what a man should be. This is someone who I feel is going to be a true emperor in some form or fashion. They're coming out as a King of Cups because they're not going to be an emperor yet until they receive their match or their counterpart, which is you. And then you both can elevate at the same time into, you know, empress status. But because it's still in the infancy stages, he or she's just going to come out as a king. And this is someone who's going to know what they want. They're not going to come in with the intention of trying to hurt you. If anything, they have been through the same type of heartbreak you've been through, maybe different circumstances and factors, and they're going to understand where you're coming from. Essentially, you may also have a role into helping this King of Cups heal, because they have a warped perception of love because of what this past person has done, not only to you and this new person, their ex as well. You both have like a skewed perception of what love is, and you kind of need the real deal because you've been dealing with nothing but karmics. People that only have a role of playing lessons in your life. And with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Wands in reverse, all of the past people that did you wrong, nobody is in their right mind right now. None of them. If they conjured up something to try to attack you, oh, that thing is eating at their bodies, and you're going to find out. Whether it's like through an unexpected death that happens and you happen to like hear from it from a third party, something's about to happen within this time frame, And this could be like an explosion of a household, or like secrets being revealed that, because I feel like you were lied on, like your identity or your character was tarnished in some way so that other people could save face, and all of that is coming into light. And I feel like there's going to be a whistleblower. So let's say, for example, this ex of yours goes to like a family gathering or a family reunion during Christmas. Someone at that family gathering or reunion is going to out this person, and it may be because of alcohol. So there's going to be drinking that's happening within this Christmas, and people's mouths are going to be flying, and it's going to cause chaos. It's going to cause destruction within the household, and your name is also going to get cleared simultaneously. And I also feel like any financial problems that you've been having, some of you have been doing fine, and just continue with whatever you've been doing towards yourself that's working and assisting your finances. However, those of you that have been having issues with your finances, if it's not because of the fact that it's towards the end of the year and all the bills and just Christmas gifts and everything piles up, it's because you had toxic people and you're still trying to detox the rest of the energy. So if you're having sex with someone who is a gambler, they're bad with their money, they are just, you know, they take risky decisions in regards to their finances, some of that energy is going to transfer onto you. So that's why I always tell people, like, be careful who you have sex with specifically and who you have around you, because they will inadvertently influence you and your energy without you even knowing. So with the King of Cups here, this person coming in to love you, they're going to be a bit unsure. They could be a bit closed off, and they may have a guard up as well. But intuitively, you're going to know that this is the one for you. With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, if you've been single, focusing on yourself, you're not going to be single for much longer. Within the next 2 to 9 months, I'd say about 70% of you that have been single will be getting into stable relationships. And these past people who affected you, your livelihood, your children, your health, they're going to have to deal with chaos. Their partners are going to start cheating on them. They're going to have to deal with financial issues. And because if this was a family unit or a group, this group is going to get split apart. They're not going to have a support system because the support system was within the group. So if the group is fighting, it's like they're going to be all on their own. They're going to feel the same type of alienation that they made you feel. Whether it was so many months ago, it was a year ago, 2 years ago. Like I said, some of you have been in this healing process for about like 2 to 4 years. I'm about 3 years into this, and I'm just now about to get someone brand new into my life that's in this King of Cups energy. And I've met a lot of people. I've, you know, dealt with a lot of people in between. It's not like I've just been completely single, but I haven't met anyone that's truly worth investing into. You know, someone that's in that Emperor energy that knows what they want. That's exactly what's coming in. So let's take a look and see. What do you guys need to know around this time? King of Swords, the Moon, Eight of Wands. Yeah, there's sudden communication. Some of you will be traveling from now until January at some point. Could be traveling by car, traveling by air, but you're also going to get an offer. You're going to be getting apologies from past people because they're having to drown in their own guilt. Especially when this information is revealed in this public setting, this is going to be like public humiliation type of thing, because that's what they did to you. And you have to consider whatever you put out, that energy comes back one way or another. So with the Six of Pentacles to the Page of Cups, you're going to be getting past people wanting to return to you. Some of you, this will be friends and family members trying to work together to still have access to you. And what I'm advising you is to just leave these people behind. They already showed you their face. How can you be around someone that you can't even trust? This is what they did to you. Put constant burdens on your back. And if you allow anyone from the past back, this is the type of energy you're going to be in once again. You will have to go through that cycle once again. You know how hard it was for you to heal from this scenario? Now imagine giving someone a second chance and they dog you out 3 times as worse than the first time. You really think you could survive that? Because with the King of Swords, you see things for what it is. You will never be in the predicament that you were in where you were this vulnerable, because now you have the sight to see. Only if you disregard all the warnings that your intuition gives you, all the warnings and the red flags that you see in people, that's the only way that you will be in a position like this once again, which I doubt will happen because you found equilibrium. Some of you with temperance need to drink more water or just add more fruits and vegetables and be more active throughout the week to assist your body, because you have like a lot of stagnant energy and it needs to get out somehow. So if you've been having a hard time sleeping at night, it's because you're not only are you upgrading, but you're getting energetic downloads, but those downloads are getting stored in your cells. It needs to kind of be brought out in some way, shape, or form. I also see a possible pregnancy coming up. So when you meet this new person, those of you that are capable of like having kids, I feel like this is going to be someone that you possibly conceive with quickly, or there's going to be a blended family situation where this person will have to blend in with you. You may have to move in with them. This relationship is going to move quickly, because what you don't realize, the reason why the past connections were so stagnant was because they didn't even want to be with you in the first place. They wanted your blessings. They wanted your accolades. They wanted to ride on your coattail to success. It wasn't even because they truly valued you as a person. That's what this new individual coming in, this King of Cups, is going to truly value you as a person. They're not going to fold when there's temptation. They will choose you every time, because this person, they're basically tossed to the side, just like you were. So this person understands what it's like to be on the other side. That's why they would not want to even cause that type of pain or sorrow to you. But it's going to take you a while before you're even able to trust this King of Cups. So you may be in a relationship 1, 2, 3 years with this person and still may have a hard time fully trusting them, but you're going to get to a point of where you'll realize that this is not someone who is like other people that you have encountered. This is someone with integrity and value, and they value family. They value building things up. This is someone that will stick through things till the end. Even after you guys split up, they will still have loyalty towards you, and that is the type of connection that the divine feels like you're deserving of. So let's see. Last but not least, false person. That's who you were connected to. Shady, conniving, underhanded people, snakes, two-faced people, cheaters, liars. They don't just cheat on you and their relationships. Like, they're this way with everyone, because this is how I guess they were taught to function through life or through their parental figures. But they're about to have nothing but bad health. The same type of bad health people imposed on you, whether it was through magic, through manipulation, through just stressing you out in general, is the same bad health that's coming right back for them. Oh, and for the next, like, what, 8 years, it's going to be nothing but them attracting karmic cycles. So, yeah, these exes and past people, yeah, they may attract lovers, but I can guarantee you these lovers are just there to use them, hurt them, break their heart. They're going to be courted, yeah. These are the type of people who are going to feel like, oh, I've just met the one, I've met the person for me. And as soon as their guard is let down, they're going to get the same amount of heartbreak, pain, deception, betrayal, sorrow. And by the end of this cycle, I guarantee you these people will choose the right path, because they're going to know exactly what it feels like to be played with and dogged with. And when you're on the other side of the deception and the lies, it's not fun. It's not pretty. It's like these narcs are going to meet narcs that are more meticulous than they are. More conniving, more underhanded, more manipulative. These are going to be charmers, and they're going to fall for that energy, because that's where their path is aligning them to. What else do you need to know? 9 of Wands. No more wounds. By you pouring out the love that you had for these controlling people, abusive people, people that, like, they want to give the illusion of being someone who is a leader or being someone who's in control, when they're actually the complete opposite. These are people that care about, like, image and prestige, and inside it's nothing but, like, filth and dirt. You're leaving all these people behind. You're leaving them to their demons, and they're gonna have to answer for whatever it is that they did to you. This heartbreak and pain and sorrow, the fact that you have to have your guard up for so long, it's not going to be like that anymore, because you're about to gain a new circle if you haven't already. And the love that you've been giving yourself, it's all going to work in your favor. There's someone coming in to be the king to your queen, and they're going to throw out whatever gesture that you were stuck on, or whatever gesture left those scars in your heart. You're not even going to, this person's just going to be like a gnat. This heartbreak that you know, yes, it was substantial to you, and it helped awaken you and put you on this spiritual path. You're going to be able to let go of this heartbreak. It's just going to be a mere memory, and you'll be able to build with someone that's actually on your level. So, one last thing. Gift. This is what you are. You're a gift to people's lives, and the ones that didn't appreciate you, oh boy, they're going to have a rude awakening if they haven't already. So, that's the end of your reading. Bye.